Canon is one of the leading brands in the camera industry, always innovating and releasing new products to meet the needs and expectations of shutterbugs worldwide. So in this video, we will take a look at some of the new cameras that we can expect from Canon this year, and what features and specifications they might offer. Let's begin. The Canon EOS R1 is set to be a game-changing mirrorless camera for professional photographers and videographers. With its just-leaked specifications, this powerhouse camera aims to deliver unmatched speed, image quality, and video capabilities. As Canon's new flagship full-frame mirrorless camera, the EOS R1 ushers in the future of imaging technology. At the heart of the camera is a newly developed 30-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. This dual-core focus sensor utilizes an electronic rolling shutter and a lightning-fast read speed of under 1 millisecond. You can expect ultra-precise autofocus and tracking abilities from this innovative sensor technology. One of the most exciting features of the R1 is the pure electronic shutter capable of shooting at a blazing fast flash sync speed. This leaves traditional mechanical shutters in the dust. Sports and action photographers will appreciate being able to freeze motion in the blink of an eye. The R1 introduces Canon's new C-RAW compression. While C-RAW images are slightly lower quality than uncompressed RAW, this lossy compression allows for unmatched continuous shooting speeds. Photographers can machine gun shutter up to an incredible 60 frames per second when shooting in this C-RAW format. At full C-RAW quality, burst shooting still clocks in at a staggering 40 frames per second. Even standard RAW image quality yields continuous shooting up to 20 frames per second, with no limit on burst length. Having unlimited buffer length gives you unlimited creative freedom when that perfect moment happens.
Are you struggling to explain your idea? Your audience is not getting what you're trying to say. An animated explainer video is a perfect solution for you. Explainer video simplifies any complex ideas through engaging animations, transitions, voiceovers, and meaningful scripts, which all together create a fun experience for any viewer. And here comes 10 Studio, a team of skilled professionals dedicated to creating engaging explainer videos. With over thousands completed projects, we have the expertise to create explainer videos that break down your message and connect with your audience. Get in touch with 10 Studio today.
The R1 looks to blow previous Canon cameras like the EOS R5 and 1DX Mark III out of the water when it comes to continuous shooting performance. Those models top out at 20 frames per second and 16 frames per second respectively. Shooting at double that frame rate opens up new creative possibilities to freeze split-second action. Videographers are sure to love what the R1 brings to the table too. It supports 6.7K 60p and 4.2K 120p recording in 12-bit cinema raw light when shooting in a PSC crop mode. No other Canon camera has been able to capture such high-resolution slow-motion footage straight to the memory card before. You can record crisp, cinematic 4K video at up to 120 frames per second for smooth, gorgeous playback. Having 12-bit cinema raw light unlocks powerful flexibility when color grading footage. Another standout leaked spec is the R1's 240 frames per second burst mode for enhanced dynamic range. This uses an electronic shutter to capture 15 frames per second in continuous bursts. The camera then composites these images to create photos with up to 16 stops of dynamic range. This gives you tons of ability to lift shadows and recover highlights in challenging high-contrast scenes. One feature wildlife and sports photographers will love is the R1's pre-shooting capability. You can continuously buffer up to 1 second of images before fully depressing the shutter button. This means if you slightly miss the perfect moment, the camera has you covered by capturing the action just before you take the shot. Having that ability to effectively go back in time and not miss peak action is game-changing. The EOS R1 brings DGO tech to the table with the ability to capture in-camera focus stacked raw images. This produces photos with extremely wide depth of field, perfect for macro shooting. Having the camera automatically blend multiple frames together saves you tons of time that was previously spent focusing on stacking images manually in post-production. While specific details are still unconfirmed, you can expect a durable, weather-sealed body designed for professionals who need a camera that can keep up with their active shooting lifestyle. With its high-resolution rear touchscreen, LCD, top-notch electronic viewfinder, and strategically placed buttons and dials, the R1 should offer stellar handling as well. We can't wait to get our hands on the EOS R1 and see firsthand what this beast of a camera can do. Initially considered an isolated foray into the high-end mirrorless market, new reports indicate Canon has plans for an EOS R3 Mark II successor, currently slated for release in 2025. This sparks speculation about how Canon aims to advance its R3 line and what photographers can expect from the Mark II model. Given the standard 4-year product cycle for Canon's Pro camera updates, a 2025 launch seems reasonable for the EOS R3 II. The original EOS 1DX was launched in 2012, followed by the Mark II in 2016, and the 1DX Mark III in 2020. The EOS R3 aligned with this timeline as the next-generation successor. While concrete specifications remain unconfirmed due to the distant release, Canon rumors suggest the R3 II could adopt features to compete with Sony's recent A9 III, like a stacked sensor with a global shutter. This would enable completely silent, distortion-free image capture critical for situations like golf tournaments. Alternatively, Canon may opt for a lower resolution sensor optimized purely for speed, while reserving ultra-high resolution for the upcoming EOS R1. Given Nikon's exploration of a high-speed, lower resolution Z-series body, Canon faces pressure to match or exceed specs. An R3 II model presents an opportunity to push boundaries. Regardless of the exact sensor implementation, we can expect processing and shooting speeds even faster than the original R3's 30 FPS raw burst. Processing upgrades could enable 40 FPS or more with instant blackout-free playback. This would solidify the R3 line's positioning for sports and fast action. The R3 Mark II will likely feature further autofocus refinements, building on the original's industry-leading eye and body detection. Updated machine learning for enhanced subject tracking seems plausible. A wider focus area coverage or increased low-light sensitivity could also help fine-tune AF capabilities. While video specs aren't the core focus of the R3 series, we'll likely see at least moderate improvements to stay competitive. This could mean uncropped 4K 60p, better internal codecs, and improved dynamic range. But 8K support seems unlikely for a model prioritizing stills. Ergonomic and handling updates seem probable, such as adding a vari-angle rear LCD while keeping the weather-sealed build quality. An even higher resolution OLED EVF is expected, with faster refresh rates for a seamless viewfinder experience. Refined body shaping to improve grip comfort is also possible. Dual card slots will remain for redundancy, with full support for CF Express Type A and B cards, leveraging the latest transfer speeds. Full USB 3.2 or Thunderbolt connectivity enables rapid tethering and file transfers. Improved buffer capacity will be crucial to handle bursts over 40 MP at 40+ FPS RAW. While no leaked information on pricing is available, the original EOS R3 launched at $5,999, so we can expect a similar cost tier for the Mark II. This positions it firmly between Sony and Nikon's offerings, while leaving ample room above for Canon's range-topping EOS R1. Despite the enticing prospects of the EOS R3 Mark II, it's inadvisable to preemptively delay purchases based on rumors of an unreleased successor model still years away. The current EOS R3 stands as a tremendous camera in its own right, delivering professional-grade capabilities today's photographers demand. As Canon navigates the evolving professional mirrorless camera market, the EOS R3 Mark II will be an intriguing addition showcasing its latest technologies. But the original R3 already provides exceptional performance for sports, action, and reportage photographers needing high-speed capture. Updating you about the EOS RP2 and V100, here's Drew.
Well, the Canon EOS R5 and EOS R6 are experiencing strong sales currently. It's no surprise that Canon is turning its attention to the more affordable end of its RF mount camera lineup, following the release of the EOS R3. There are rumors that Canon is developing a new entry-level mirrorless camera with an RF mount. This camera may be the successor to the EOS RP, likely named the RP Mark II, or it could be an entirely new budget-friendly model in the R series lineup. Regardless, it will replace the current RP. With the impressive performance of the Canon EOS R5 and EOS R6, it's understandable that Canon is now directing its focus towards the lower end of the RF mount series. They are said to be working on a replacement for the EOS RP, positioning it as the new entry-level mirrorless camera with a competitive price point. Additionally, Canon has released more details and specifications for their upcoming EOS R3 mirrorless camera.
Did you know that 73% of visitors are more likely to make their purchases soon after watching a product video? This makes it necessary to have a product demonstration or promo video for showcasing your product's potential values and benefits. At Product Video Studio, we are equipped with camera gear, tools, and most importantly, expertise to make your video captivating and engaging. Just send your products and we'll handle the rest. Contact us today to create something amazing together.
Now, it will be intriguing to observe how many features from the more advanced models will be integrated into the upcoming successor to the EOS RP. Additionally, there are reports of a new RF mount APS-C mirrorless camera in the works. This camera is expected to have a higher price point compared to the EOS RP's successor, and it will also be the smallest camera within the RF mount lineup. In the current market, there's anticipation that the RF mount editions of the EOS M6 Mark II and EOS M5 will outperform the rumored 7D mirrorless version. The Canon EOS RP's absence in the camera market has left many people wondering about its status, which is surprising considering its potential popularity in the current economic climate. There could be a few reasons for this situation. One possibility, and perhaps the most optimistic, is that a new model is under development, but has managed to stay off the radar with no leaks or rumors. It's essential to note that Canon rumors might not have provided a comprehensive list of cameras for 2023, given the site's track record. However, this also suggests that a new Canon EOS RP might not be a top priority for Canon at this time. This leaves us with a couple of less favorable explanations for the delay. The Canon EOS RP was initially launched in February 2019, and if we follow Canon's historical pattern for updating their full-frame cameras, they typically receive refreshes every 4 to 5 years. For example, the 6D had updates in 2012 and 2017, and the 5D in 2005, 2008, and 2012. Before jumping right into the specifications, let's understand what an interchangeable lens is. Interchangeable lenses are lenses that you can attach to a camera and change with different lenses. Unlike fixed lenses that are built into small cameras, interchangeable lenses give you more options to capture different kinds of images. They are usually better in terms of image quality than lenses with built-in cameras. Canon has never put this type of lens in the vlogging PowerShot V series. Before this, no other Canon V cameras featured any interchangeable lens. So it's exciting to see that Canon is following a new direction with upcoming products. Now, the Canon V100 is rumored to feature impressive specifications that are anticipated to enhance the overall photography and videography experience. It's expected to be equipped with a cutting-edge 24.2 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor, accompanied by the advanced Digic X image processor. And to elevate the autofocus performance, the V100 will incorporate the dual-pixel CMOS autofocus 2 technology. This feature is projected to provide swift and accurate autofocus, ensuring sharp and detailed shots. Moreover, the camera will likely support 4K video recording at 30 FPS and even 4K at 60 FPS with a crop, enabling users to capture high-resolution footage. Although the crop is something that many dislike, the inclusion of HDR PQ capability will definitely enhance the dynamic range of videos, resulting in more vibrant and lifelike visuals, meaning you'll still get enough to play with your footage in post. In terms of stabilization, the V100 will offer a combination of enhanced EIS or electronic image stabilization, IBIS or in-body image stabilization, and OIS or optical image stabilization, specifically made for video recording. It's also rumored to feature background defocus, a feature that allows users to achieve a shallow depth of field, emphasizing the subject and creating a pleasing bokeh effect. In addition, Face Priority AE is expected to prioritize accurate exposure and focus on human faces, enhancing portrait photography. Furthermore, the V100 is speculated to introduce a movie for close-up demos mode, which is designed to facilitate detailed demonstrations in videos. The vertical movie mode will also be included, enabling you to effortlessly capture videos in a vertical orientation, ideal for social media platforms and mobile viewing. In terms of audio capabilities, the V100 is rumored to come with a directional capsule microphone, which will ensure clear and high-quality sound recording, particularly in outdoor environments, and a high-speed electronic shutter capable of capturing images at an impressive 15 frames per second will enable users to capture fast-paced action with precision and accuracy. However, it's worth noting that the V100 will not include an electric viewfinder or EVF. Instead, a 1 million dot vari-angle touchscreen LCD will have to do that job. It'll also provide an intuitive interface for composing shots, navigating menus, and reviewing captured images and videos. These specs make us think that Canon is planning to compete directly against Sony's ZV series. Recently, ZV-E10 included a full-frame sensor, the first for any Sony vlog camera. By including interchangeable lenses, Canon will surely grab some ZV fans. Although we'd really love to see more in this V100, we understand the audience Canon is trying to cater to. In our opinion, the lens will be what makes or breaks this camera. Now, we don't have the official announcement date yet, but Canon will likely do that in the Q4 of 2023 or in early next year. And we guess the price will be in the ballpark of $1,000.
Now here's Liam to talk about the EOS R5 II.
Credible leaks indicate Canon has tested both 45 megapixel and 60 megapixel sensors for the R5 II at various points. Each represents compelling advantages. At 45 megapixel, the R5 II would deliver compatibility with existing R5 batteries, memory cards, and processing workflows. But 60 megapixel would give Canon an edge in the resolution race against Sony. More pixels also enable innovative modes like multiple levels of pixel binning to optimize resolution or frame rates as needed. For example, pixel binning from 60 megapixel down to 15 megapixel can enable phenomenal speeds. In the end, sources claim 60 megapixel looks most likely for the production model at this stage. This suggests pixel binning will play a major role in maximizing flexibility across photographic and videography needs. To handle the wealth of data from a high-resolution 60 megapixel sensor, expect the R5 Mark II to feature Canon's latest Digic X2 image processor. This updated Digic platform will bring enhanced computational power for complex tasks like 8K video encoding/decoding, advanced autofocus drive, and next-gen image stabilization. Digic X2 promises best-in-class image quality translated across stills and videos. The R5 Mark II looks to reclaim the 8K RAW crown, with rumor pointing to 60 FPS 8K RAW internal recording. This doubles the existing 30 FPS limit in the original R5. Expect up to 90 minutes of continuous 8K 30 FPS recording or 60 minutes at 8K 60 FPS before heat limitations set in. At lower resolutions, rumors indicate rich 4K slow motion capacities up to 4K 120p or even 4K 240p using pixel binning to consolidate groups of pixels. This allows stunning high frame rate 4K capture for gorgeous slow motion playback. Paired with Canon's sought-after color science, the R5 II video feature will surely turn heads. Canon pioneered dual-pixel AF, which remains best in class for tracking speed, accuracy, and eye detection. But the R5 II will see upgrades here as well, likely adopting technology from the R3 generation to enhance already stellar focusing abilities. The R5 Mark II takes a complete subject detection approach, detecting people and animals including birds, cars, motorcycles, and trucks. No matter what's moving through the frame, the R5 Mark II will lock on and track it reliably even through erratic motion. Aside from headline resolutions and performance metrics, the R5 Mark II will feature several other ergonomic and handling updates to optimize practical daily use. This includes an oversampled 6K EVF preview screen for perfect viewfinder clarity, alongside a tilting touch LCD screen with protective cover glass to maintain durability in rough conditions. Expect enhanced weather and dust sealing as well for reliable outdoor shooting, ensuring the Mark II lives up to the legacy of Canon's professional bodies. Dual card slots allow for flexible storage options, with one CF Express Type A slot supplemented by one UHS-2 SD slot. Battery life sees improvement too, thanks to a higher capacity battery design with an advanced level of heat dissipation, critical to support extended recording times for 8K video. And an updated multifunctional shoe makes the R5 Mark II ready for compatible with various audio accessories for polished video production. Most accepted rumors point to an announcement of the Canon EOS R5 Mark II in early 2024, perhaps coinciding with the CP Plus 2024 in February. Availability would follow somewhere in the March to May timeframe if Canon follows previous launch patterns. This release comes nearly 2 years sooner than the 3.5-year gap between the original EOS R and R5 launch, revealing Canon's motivation to push technological boundaries yet again. The Canon R5 already occupies the high-end enthusiast and prosumer class at its roughly $3,900 current street price. Given the sizable technological leap expected with the R5 Mark II, its introduction price will likely land in the $4,000 to $4,500 range. This positions it out of reach for many hobbyists, instead targeting semi-professional hybrid shooters who need exceptional performance. Yet, this price fits logically above the newer Canon R6 line while leaving ample headroom for Canon to push boundaries ever higher in the future with releases like a potential high-megapixel R5S line. As it stands, the R5 Mark II will sit enthroned as Canon's supreme mirrorless offering upon its launch.